Hugging kisses on my titties. I actually cleaned up my glasses and I can actually see much better. Okay, to start this video off, I want to talk about this palette for a second. I don't want this video to be that long, but today I used it. I knew it. I panned it. My favorite highlighter palette got panned today. Okay, on other news, this is the foundation I've been using. The Maybelline Dream Mousse Foundation in the shade Light. This is how much is in it. I have to get rid of this foundation. It is flaky on my skin. I did wear it today and it started flaking. So I'm getting rid of this. I'm going to actually put it in my empty video. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the Sassy and Chic BB cream out and use it. So I just wanted to do that, talk about that for a second. Getting into, yes, you read it, The Greatest You at Trent. I love this guy. He's so cool. So cool, Trent. Love ya. So let's get into this. Finding your purpose without looking. I'm so used to the numbers being down here to calculate, and they're up there. So anyway, so if you're ready to stop running away from your purpose, how do you actually find out what your purpose is? For many of you, the sample act is no longer denying what you've been denying for years. Might be enough to reveal your purpose. Sorry about my voice. My throat is sore. Trying to lose my voice again. My throat is so sore. Purpose, let's see, for several purposes. For the rest of you, I have some sample advice. Stop looking for it. I know that sounds crazy, especially since I've spent the entire chapter telling you how important finding your purpose is. But this might be a necessary step for you. Have you ever had the experience of trying really hard to remember something? It's right there, but it's hard you try. The farther away it seems to get, you finally stop trying. And a few hours later, the thing you were trying to remember just pops into your head. It's possible that your finding your purpose is going to be something like that. If you tell yourself that you're not going to get up from the chair until you know what your purpose is, there's really a good chance you're going to be sitting in that chair for a long time. Stop fixating on this and try a few exercises instead. Your purpose is something you discovered when you peel back the layer of your life and see you truly are. Since that's the case, trying to recover who you are as a person. If you like most people, I know you're in reaction mode most of the time. Most of the time. You're reacting to need of your family most of the time. Your family or the need of your job or need of your friend. Maybe you're reacting to input from social media or from a show you're watching. When you're in reaction mode, you're not really fully present as yourself. You're doing what needs to do to get through a situation, and that means putting a full application of your personality and your values on hold. Unless your purpose is purely about reacting, and it isn't going to be for most of us, then you're in reaction mode. So give yourself some time to think about what you are when the world is pulling at you? What do you realize? What do you really care about? What really makes you happy? What are your goals? When do you feel most satisfied when how your life is going? When do you feel you're making some kind of difference? When do you think to start about these things and answer the question? You see yourself as the most genuine. And once you see that person, you begin to see what you're creating to be. Another thing to do is think about your plans. I realize that thinking about the stuff that hurts you are most isn't a fun experience, but it is an important one. So let's play this out. Remember that your purpose comes in your service to others. Well, if you hadn't gone through the thing you're gone through, you wouldn't be qualified to help others when they go through something similar. That's certainly how it was for me. I know that it's like feel that you lost your everything. I also know that what it is like to overcome that, so I can confidently tell others that they can overcome what they're going through. Those are the kind of people you want in your life, and that the kind of person you be if you're living your purpose. A lot of people try to give you a map without hiking the trail. They'll give you an advance to fix a problem, but they're never experienced that problem themselves. Your purpose comes out of the trails you actually hike and the problem you incur. That when you can really help others. When I offer an advance, sometimes people say to me, Trent, that's easy for you to say. And I say, yes, it is. Because I've been through what you're going through. I've been through the struggles. So I can talk you with confidence. So explore your plans. Explore the struggles. You'll overcome even if you are struggling hard now. I'm sure you can remember a time when you got past a big roadblock. Your experience with that might point you toward your purpose. Another tool is trial and error. Put things out into the world and see what happens. Think about all of the different ways you impact with the world. What would happen if you played with your approach to these things? What if you put a little more of yourself out there on social media? What if you shared an idea with your boss or offered to do something new at work? What if you shared something you knew a lot of people who could benefit from your experience? This sort of things might be a way outside your comfort zone, but often we benefit the most when we are beyond the zone, and doing so here might lead to some big discoveries. You might get a great reaction from other people in your life. You might expose strength that doesn't realize you had, or discover that something you never expected about yourself was really valued to others. And all I could, a bunch of this suffer is going to lead nowhere. But if you make a consistent effort to put more things out there in the world, there's a good chance that one of them is going to stick. And your purpose might very well reveal it yourself to you through this experience. Now let's get back to one of the key points. Our purpose in life is to be used. I don't mean that in a foul or abusive or the positive way, but I do believe your purpose in life is to be used in powerful impact way. When you realize that your life exists to be used for whatever reason, you start to understand why God put you here in the first place. So let's do some more exercise. How can people use you without letting do one more exercise? How can people use you without making you feel like you're being taken advantage of in a way that allows your talent, your wisdom, and your life experience to benefit them? If you can make just one piece of yourself available to anyone who wanted to use it, what would that piece be? There may be a big clue in your purpose in the answer to that question. Now look at the results of these exercises. What did you learn when you took some time to get out of reaction mode? What did you discover about your plan? What happened when you put new things out there? What's the part of you that others can use the most? Now ask yourself the question again. What's my purpose? There's a good chance that you're going to have an answer now that you didn't have before. And everybody asks us what their purpose is. I don't know what my purpose is, but there's a lot of projects I have in this brain. Like, I thought about getting together and starting an exercise group. I am a little heavy set. I could put on some exercise clothes, get people to come up and, just not even cost, but come up and maybe do the electric slide with me or the Tootsie Roll or exercise with me and, and maybe lose a little few pounds or so. But I don't know. There's so much I want to do that I don't know about. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish chapter 2, and then next Tuesday we'll be on chapter 3. Knowing when you found it. Okay, you've asked yourself the question and answered has came to you. How do you know you have the real answer? This is maybe the most common question people have when I talk about finding purpose. How do you know when you're actually found it? One of the clearest interaction is feeling a peace that wasn't there before. That's certainly what happened with me. As you know, when I was running from the real purpose and trying to make football fill that role, I was certainly stressed out, and I exuded a strong sense of comfort. Every single day I thought this was because I wasn't getting my break in the NFL or because arena football wasn't creating an opportunity for me to play on Sunday. But I understand now that it was because I wasn't doing what God intended for me to do. Once I really started building rehab time and started to do more videos and do more staging to speak to groups of people. I discovered a place that had influenced me the entire adult life. These new activities weren't a struggle. Instead, they were giving me a deep satisfaction that I did not know was possible. That when I knew I was living my purpose, you also get some big clues you're on the right track. From the way people respond to you as you go through the experience, we talked about in last section. Take a look at how people react when you're doing. Has someone changed? Are the people around you treating you a little bit different, better hopefully, than you were before? Are new people coming into your life? Who are you seeing you in a way that others haven't in the post? This isn't actual when you're living your purpose. You're making a meaningful contribute to the world. And even if you contribute is a relatively small thing, people affect definitely differently when they feel that someone is contributing something of a substance to the world. Are you seeing any of this in your own life? The other way you can know you found your purpose is by asking, can I see my continuing to do this? Purpose is something you do now and then. Remember that Christine said about never reversing from a calling. It isn't like being nice to people. That Christmas time or making a new beginning, making New Year resolution. These are things tended to fade quickly as a little passive. Sure, people propose takes on a few forms and go in a little direction over the years, but these are adventures, not purpose in yourself. It's that itself. Purpose isn't a short-term thing. It's the thing that defines you more than anything. You are purpose. So if you think you found something that might be your purpose, how are you going to feel about living that purpose every day for the rest of your life? If you're good with that, then you might as well be living your purpose. If you're thinking, well, I couldn't do this for a little while, but then I'm going to want to do something else, you probably haven't found your purpose yet. Look at it another way. Is this the thing that's going to get me up in the morning? I always tell people that I used to love to sleep, but then my reality became better than my dream. I want that to be true for you too. If you wake up in the morning ready and excited about doing something that you're doing all the time, then you probably found your purpose. When you're living your purpose, you sleep to recharge, not to escape your reality. That's how you know if you exalted about seeing a few days of people are reacting positive to your contribution. And if you feel a strong sense of peace about what you're doing, you found your purpose. Congratulations. If you've gotten to this stage, you're a long way towards becoming the best version of yourself, the greatest you. And if you're not yet, we'll keep working away at it. maybe circle back to this chapter after you read a few more, as those chapters might give you some new tools to help you here. Okay, making a New Year's resolution. A lot of people always do that. For me, this year's New Year's resolution is I want to try to find out what my purpose is. I'm going to dig deep, dig hard. I've got a few things up my sleeve I want to try out and see if it does work, and is this supposed to be my purpose? Should I be doing it? So, guys, I do have another YouTube account called Cooking with Toodles. I'm probably going to delete that one and not get on that one. I know everything and change it, but I was going to make a blog page, but I'm not going to make a blog page. I'll probably get on this page and talk, but I have some more things to put on my Blab Blab Tuesday. So, some purposeful steps, regardless of when you are at the point. Take a little time to answer these questions. Be certainly real, and of course, before you go on, do the next chapter. Okay. Do you believe you have a purpose? Are you more concerned with big your performance is than with what you are contributing to the world? Can you tell a difference between purpose and dreams? What are you really doing to make this life better for the people around you? What gets you out of bed every morning? Besides coffee and caffeine, what gets you out of bed every morning? Take some time to really think about these questions. You're doing a lot of important work here. So take a minute and acknowledge what you're really accomplished. I'm impressed with your wellness to drive into the make reality. Now that you're going to move on, something that stops a lot of people could when they think about making more out of their lives. And you'll see how it never needs to stop again. So as any missed, and hopefully y'all can find your purpose. I'm hoping to find my purpose, and that is going to be one of my New Year's resolutions, is to try to find my purpose and what I can do to help save people's lives, if it does, or whatever it's to do, and hopefully make things better than what they are now. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully someday you'll find your purpose. If you have not seen any of Trent Shelton videos, you can check him out, Trent Shelton. He's on here. You can find some of his videos and listen. He's also on YouTube and Facebook. I am on his Facebook page, and we talk. So he's good, and he sends me messages all the time. He does want me to buy one of his t-shirts, but I haven't had the time or money to get that yet. So we'll see. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. So bye.